Back here on the red carpet here for the Twin Cities Film Fest, the Ballard Spahr red carpet, of course. But I'm Blythe Whealy alongside some awesome filmmakers from Max Bishop. And so we're excited to talk with, so right next to me, we have Billy Straub, and he's a cinematographer for this one. And then we have Timothy Meinke, and this is exciting. He's an actor, and we'll keep going down the line with more actors from this film. Derek Durlam, and then we have Joel Thingville. So how exciting. We're going to start with you, Billy. So being the cinematographer on this one, what was it like being able to see all the great things that were captured here in this film?
Oh, it's fantastic. You get to kind of see everything before you get to see in the movie, and you basically, you get to see it firsthand, all these great performances from these actors.
Was there anything maybe that you wanted to try when you were going through this one? Was there any shots that you were looking to maybe come up with as you went on?
Not really. Me and Jack, the director, we kind of figured out everything we wanted to do in pre-production, and then we were able to take that plan and just kind of bring it to fruition.
Execute it. We love that when that happens.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So for you guys, I mean, this film, it also, screened the other night for that premiere for you guys. And so what was that like being able to be here and kind of have those expectations, and then maybe did they exceed those or far exceed those? Who wants to take this one? We'll go with Joel.
I was here. It was the first film to sell out for the Twin Cities Film Fest, and I just kind of wanted to have a camera up front shooting the audience so we could actually sit back at another time and watch everyone's reaction, which was stupendous. Everything worked. It's a comedy, it's a drama, and there's a lot of weird characters in it.
That's awesome. Well, so I'm not sure who would want to take this one, but could we give just maybe like a brief synopsis? People who haven't seen this film, what is this about? What are we talking about here? Do you want to take this one, Tim?
I'll take this one. Sure. Basically, the premise, it's a out-of-work hitman who gets a job as a custodian at a elementary school, and hijinks ensue.
That's so fun. Okay, well, so when you guys got cast as this, what was that like? What was that experience like, finally knowing that you were going to be in this film and kind of getting on set? Do you want to start with this one, Derek?
Sure. Well, it was a lot of fun hearing from Jack. I worked with him years and years ago, so hearing about this project, and then what it was, too. This is kind of my kind of show. Like, it's funny, dramatic, the humor's kind of dark at times, so it was a perfect fit. And then what he cast me as, like, oh, this is going to be so much fun doing this part. So,
Do you guys have anything to add? Tim, do you have anything to add?
No, other than it actually was a rather strenuous audition process for me. But I remember when I was auditioning, I would watch Jack, and he'd be like, and I'm like, okay.
That's so fun. How about you, Joel?
Yeah, Jack, he writes the script, and then he auditions, and then if he chooses you, he sits down and meets with you and kind of adapts his own writing to the flavor of your voice, the character that you can bring, and then he is meticulous in how he wants you to do everything, but happily he does film it, so you can refer back to it, and you get to see the results on the screen.
That's awesome. Well, for you guys, what was this like? I mean, being on set, what were maybe some of those fun moments that you're like, wow, I'll never forget that?
Definitely there's a scene with Tim that the entire crew just could not stop laughing, and it was take after take, and we're just like holding it in, and then finally somebody breaks and the entire crew just lets it out, and it was fantastic.
Tim, what do you have to add to that one?
Well, I'm not going to take credit for causing all the laughs, but yeah, that was pretty cool that the crew broke up during one of the shots. Yeah. So
that's fun. Derek, do you have anything that you remember about being on set that was pretty fun?
A little bit, yeah. My time on set was mostly spent in a garage, acting to a garage door, but I do remember the fun moments of after a take and hearing the muffled laughter come through from the other side of the garage door. And like, okay, that was a good one.
You knew right then. Joel, how about you? What was it like being on set for you? What were maybe some of those fun moments you took away?
Well, I had a couple great scenes with Chris, and a lot of it was him, me. So you had to be on and giving Chris exactly what he needed because the camera was on his face and he was reacting to everything that you would say and vice versa.
Definitely. I mean, being an actor and trying to help that other actor get that performance that they really needed. So that's very fun to hear. So when you guys, again, we're going to have this one screen for the second time, what are you most excited for to get to view this one again with an audience?
I guess I'm just really excited because the first time it was a little nerve-wracking seeing it for the first time. So it'd be kind of nice to see it with the fresh eyes of not being a little nervous about it. So.
And then I feel like sometimes too, like you said, when you go into a kind of a screening, you have all those anxious nerves, and so to be able to see it with everyone and just be like, wow, we made something awesome, which you guys did, selling out here, being that first film. So Tim, when we were talking about your character and just kind of having some of those funny moments, what was that like maybe internally trying to bring that out on screen?
Well, as much as I hate to admit this, but there is a lot of me in Principal Water. Joel said it best. He said, "You play a lost soul like anybody." So, so that basically, that just brought a lot of myself to it. But I will say, Jack and Chris molded much of my performance, especially working with Chris because he's such a good actor. I really felt I had to up my game in order to be on the same screen with him. Yeah. So,
did you guys feel like it was a family out there when you guys were coming to set? Some films you kind of get that family feel as you go through and you're all in it together. What was that like here on this one?
A little bit. I mean, I do remember sharing some war stories with Chris about being a new parent and the struggles that he was going through, and like, oh yeah, that's what I'm doing, and oh, that's what I've got coming up too. Okay, all right. Well, let's batten down the hatches.
That's so funny. Joel, maybe it was something on set. Do you feel like a family out there?
This movie started about 2.5 years ago, and people saw on opening night. How many of us were here? How many of us are here on the second? We still keep in touch. We're still going to be at further screenings and premieres and everything else, and well, we all like each other.
And that is a good thing. Well, you guys, this has been so fun talking to you on this red carpet. Again, the first film to sell out here for the Twin Cities Film Fest. We're so glad you brought it to us. But you guys, have fun in there for this next screening. But take care, you guys. Thanks so much for being here. Thanks, guys. Thank you. Thank you. Well, we will be back here on the Twin Cities Film Fest Ballard Spahr red carpet. And this has been Blythe Whealy. See you soon.